My name is Carolyn, and I talk to the spirit world. Travel with me to a dimension filled with love, light, and joyful surprises. Welcome to Carolyn's Psychic Playroom.
Hi everybody, Carolyn Wilkins here. I'm so thrilled that you are joining me for the Psychic Playroom today. It's going to be a great program. I have a very special guest, Ms. Laura West, psychic, healer, and herbalist extraordinaire. She's going to talk a little bit about all the wonderful things she does in a minute. Before we bring you that interview, I would also like to just take a moment to discuss the energy that is happening around us at this moment. Amazingly, we are once again in the season of the new moon. There's a new moon today. And as I've discussed previously on other programs, the new moon is a great time for you to start new projects. It's a great time to start new energetic events. It's a great time to begin things. Interestingly, also, today, tonight, later on, there is a solar eclipse. We will not see it. It happens out over the ocean later on tonight. But nonetheless, we will feel the energy. Energy of eclipses is very powerful energy, and it represents a great time for making a change in life, looking at things that you may have hidden from yourself, things you haven't thought about. You may get suddenly a new perspective on a relationship, on a job, on an event going on in your life. Suddenly, an inspiration may come due to this eclipse energy. So between the new moon and the eclipse, there's a lot of fun stuff going on. So if you're feeling kind of a feeling of intensity or feeling of excitement, don't discount that. We are always connected to the energy, and it is very likely that you are feeling the energy of the season. So, with that said, I'm going to carry on now and bring you this amazing interview that I had with Laura West. I hope you enjoy it. And as always, if you have questions about Laura or about the Psychic Playroom in general, I want to encourage you to email me at psychicplayroom@gmail.com. psychicplayroom@gmail.com. And now, without further ado, here is my interview with Laura.
Hi, everybody. It's Carolyn Wilkins, and I am here, and I have with me as my guest on the Psychic Playroom, my guest today is Laura West from Divine Lotus Healing. And Laura is just an amazing person. I feel blessed to have met her, and I'm going to try to give you some more information about her. Really quickly, Laura is an educator. She is a Reiki healer. She's a psychic medium, and she's also an herbalist. And today I'm going to talk with Laura about her herbs and what she does, because I know you guys will be interested. So Laura, tell us just really a little bit about how did you get interested in herbalism and the work you now do with essential oils?
Yeah, okay, great. Well, first, thank you for having me on the show. I'm super excited to be here with you. And this is my first TV show, actually. I'm really stoked. So thank you. It's quite an honor for me to be a guest on your show. I have been into natural medicine and wellness care for my own personal development and health my entire life. And then in 2000, 12, I had a child, I have a little boy, and I decided that I wanted to be proactive with my family's wellness care. So I sought out classes to take online through a school called the Herbal Academy. Back then they were called the Herbal Academy of New England. They've changed their name since then. They're just now the Herbal Academy. And I started taking classes through them for my family's personal wellness care so that I could treat my family proactively. Instead of getting sick and going to our doctor and getting prescriptions, I wanted to be able to maintain our wellness and treat ourselves with natural elements from the earth that have been around for thousands of years. And then, of course, that just blossomed naturally, and it dovetailed so nicely with my business. My clients all started saying, what do I do for this? What do I do for that? How are you handling this? How are you handling that? And I share liberally the success stories of my personal family with my clients, and they all want to replicate that.
Oh, that is fabulous. Well, that leads right to my next question, which is, what exactly are essential oils? I'm pretty ignorant in this area, so just tell, for the beginner who knows from nothing, explain what those are and how those are different maybe than the oils you might buy, aromatic oils on the street, like from an incense guy or whatever.
Sure. Yep. Okay. So essential oils are basically the volatile aromatic compound part of the plant. And I know the word volatile sounds a little scary, but all it means is tiny, tiny little oil sacs. They're almost invisible to the naked eye, and you would have to look at them with a microscope. And that's the part that has all the oil in it that produces all the potent stuff for us to use for our healthcare.
Beautiful. Wow. And so I assume that there are different oils that are good to use for different things. And without going into super depth on anything, but just maybe what are some common things that the average person might want to think about using essential oils for?
This is a great question. So I thought that it was only related to my physical health care when I first started down the road of herbalism study and using herbs and essential oils and tinctures and teas to support my family's immune system. But I have since branched out and now understand that oils can be used for a wide variety of things. They can be used to support our emotional health, our mental health, our physical health. And in some cases, we can use, depending on the quality of the oil, we can use them topically or aromatically, like in my diffuser behind me, or internally in some cases.
Wow. So you mean to say that you can actually take it like as a tea or a broth or a something like that?
Well, so in the world of herbs, essential oils are the most potent form of ingesting the herbal medicine or the herbal support you're using. Because one drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea.
No.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? The tea is diluted, and if you make a tincture, it's diluted. So the essential oils are the most concentrated form of support. That's what I use in my business now with all my clients. I've cut right to the chase.
That is fantastic. Now, headed a little bit toward your business, I know that there are a lot of different brands that sell these things. And for those of us, once again, I'm asking for the novice, which I definitely consider myself in that category, but I know that they sell things like this, for example, at Whole Foods, and many health food places sell them. And there are also lots of different brands. So can you tell a little bit about these? And they vary widely in price. There are some that are really cheap. Now, me being a naturally cheap person, why would I not just buy the cheapest one? Now, you use the doTERRA, is that correct?
I do, yes.
So just without going into a whole commercial, but what is it that you would say would separate that from, for example, what would be in the Whole Foods that I would?
I love this question. This comes up all the time with my clients. And I used to be a guilty shopper at the end caps of those discount shopping store, fashion store, supply houses where I would go, oh, that's $5.99. I'm going to pick up that. But the FDA doesn't regulate natural medicine. So there's no compliance. People can put on their labels, on their bottles, 100% pure oil. And that's actually true, but maybe this much of the oil is 100% pure. And the rest of the bottle's filled with shelf chemicals, stabilizers, perfumes, dyes, and the like. So
Oh,
my company that I chose to go with is 100% pure oil. It's vetted. They do third-party testing. It's so potent and high-powered that you really have to know what you're doing. So I provide people with continuing ed because 1 drop of peppermint oil is all you need to help support clear breathing in your airways, right? You don't need 16 drops. That's actually harmful to people. So we do a lot of education around it. But I didn't know before I took my herbalism classes. I used to be the guilty shopper, like, oh, it's only $5. Sure, I'll get that one.
yeah,
Not
no,
anymore.
this is very helpful, and it actually leads naturally into my next question, which is, I understand that you offer classes and that you actually teach people. And if I'm not mistaken, you have at least some introductory classes that are free. Am I saying that?
Yes, absolutely. So
Tell us a little about that, because I'm going to later, and just a tiny detour, I'm going to Psychic Playroom, folks. If you're super interested in finding out about Laura West, and you can Google Laura, you can Google her business, Divine Lotus Healing, and she's going to talk about these free classes she offers right now. And if you really want to know more, email me at psychicplayroom@gmail.com. Okay, Laura, tell us a little about these classes.
That's awesome. Okay, so the first class I offer is free, and it's actually digital, so people can take it at their own pace and in their own time. It is all about essential oils and the basics. How do you use them aromatically? How do you use them topically? How do you use them internally? What kinds of oils support things like mood enhancement or easy breathing or calm sleep, right? We all like restful sleep and we don't get enough of that. So if people went to my website, they could just download the free class right away. And then if they decide they want to start working with oils, be in touch with me and I can support them in figuring out how to get them for themselves. And then they're automatically included in the continuing education free classes that me and a bunch of other wellness professionals that I work with offer to people. Everything we do is free for people who do oils with us, because we are so passionate about getting the word out there that this is something that people can take control of in their lives from a natural perspective. And the only thing they pay for themselves is their oils, and we provide all the support and continuing ed for them as they go.
Laura, this is amazing. You are just the dynamo woman. I'm telling you.
Right back at you, babe.
Oh my gosh. So, Psychic Play people, this has been Laura West, herbalist, Reiki healer, psychic, medium, all around wise woman. If you would like to know more about Laura West, as I say, feel free to Google her, Laura West, Divine Lotus Healing, or you could also write to me, Psychic Playroom, and I'll put the address at the end of the show. Okay, Laura, thank you so much for helping me out with this interview today. I'm going to go and take something healthy right now. All right.
Be well, my dear.
Bye.
And there you have it, people. The amazing Laura West. I hope you enjoyed that interview. And once again, if you're interested in learning more about either herbs, essential oils, or any of the other things that Laura does, you can email me, psychicplayroom@gmail.com. Okay, people, the time has come. As you know, I always like to answer the questions that people have written in during the month. People write to me and ask me questions, and I then give them a little mini reading with my amazing tarot deck here. So it is time for that, and our very first question comes from SC, and SC wants to know, how can I remain calm, free from worry and doubt, while in the process of manifesting? This is an excellent question. We're all looking to manifest things. We're all looking to create more beauty, more fun, more money, more love, more everything in our lives. And how can we do that while not getting too freaked out, right? Too intense. This is a perfect question. So I'm going to shuffle the cards here. Maybe I'll actually try putting this up here a little bit so that you can see them. I'm shuffling. You can hear little clack, clack, clack shuffle sound. And I'm shuffling, and as I'm shuffling, I'm asking the question, how can SC remain calm while still in the process of manifesting? So, I'm shuffling the cards, I'm holding the thought, positive thoughts, and I'm going to pull this card here, which is the chess game. Okay, can you see that? The chess game. This says to me, SC, that you are in a bit of a situation where you are having to balance a lot of competing priorities and a lot of competing energies. And you are having to kind of almost keep your cards close to your chest. You're almost a little bit having to strategize around certain people or situations in your life as in a chess game, right? And whatever the area in which you are looking now to manifest, I would say to you, you will need to think about your strategy. And I don't think that the strategy is necessarily for manifesting itself. As we know, the universe is all good. It is all powerful. God is always good all the time. However, sometimes the energies around us can be tricky, and sometimes we allow those energies to block us or keep us from really being open to the goodness that the universe has available to us. So for you, I would say strategy is going to be very important, and to really think carefully about your priorities. And just as a quick follow through on that, I'm going to pull one more card. And since that was the chess game, I'm not going to use that again. Here we have the Six of Keys, and this is the moon on the wane. Now this is interesting because, as you know, right now, the best time to manifest your dreams or to put your dreams forward is when the moon is growing. But this moon is waning. What this says to me, once again, when coupled with the whole idea about strategy, is that you're going to need to be very careful about the people that you surround yourself, the environments in which you place yourself, and be very strategic about your dream. I would say to you, don't share your dreams with people that you're not sure are going to be supportive, because there is a possibility that they will lose energy if you are not in the best environment. So be careful as to your environment. Be careful as to the energies that you allow to surround you. Think carefully about a strategy for protecting your energy, holding your dreams. But I will say to you also, remember that the universe is always working on your behalf. So never, never, never feel that you will not be able to manifest your dreams. But you will need to use strategy. So I hope that helps, SC. I'm going to go on now to my next question, which is from SR. This question is, let me see, SR wants to know, am I giving my significant other enough space to learn, grow, and prosper in their own unique way? Am I giving the significant other enough space? So let's see what card comes forward for SR. And this card is the Ark of the Covenant. This card, I hope you guys can see it there, the Ark of the Covenant. It is the ultimate card of commitment. This is all about commitment. Remember, if you ever went to Sunday school or anything, the Ark of the Covenant was an agreement made between God and his chosen people. It's a forever agreement. And what this says to me is that in terms of your relationship and commitment with the significant other, it is a matter of being committed, staying the course, sticking with it, knowing that this is a promise that you made to each other. And I would say, if you feel that this person needs more space and time, do not become impatient. Do not hesitate to give them what they need, because you are in a long-term commitment. This is not the kind of relationship where you just go, okay, I'm bored, enough. This is a long-term commitment. And so, with that, let me see, I have a couple of minutes left. I'm going to pull another card, and this card is the Journey. I hope you can see it. The Journey. And I would say in this context, what this says to me is that the two of you in this relationship are on a journey. You are moving forward together. You are committed to each other. And obviously, from the nature of your question about making sure that you give enough space, this already says to me that you are sensitive to this person and aware that they are on a journey, and that it will be your job as the committed relationship person to help and to support them on their journey. So there you have it, 2 readings. I will say once again, if you would like to receive a mini reading from me on the Psychic Playroom, next month's Psychic Playroom, they're always on the second Thursday of the month, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And as you may also know, the program is live streamed. You can watch it from anywhere as long as you have a computer. And so if you would like to receive a mini tarot reading from me, I'll be doing them. All you need to do is to write me at psychicplayroom@gmail.com. We have a couple of minutes left, and so I'm going to just very briefly talk once more about the energy that is available to you this month. It feels somehow very important, this whole eclipse thing. I know we can't see it. Probably if I hadn't read it in the newspaper, I wouldn't even know that it had happened. But as I keep saying, energy is funny. Even though you can't see it, it is affecting us all the time. So this might be an excellent time to take a look at things that have been hidden, maybe things that you've been meaning to do that you haven't gotten around to lately, things that have been sitting on the back burner, eclipsed, if you will, by other activities. Now is the time to pull those things out and look at them. And once again, with the amazing new moon beginning today, start a new project. So, with those final words of advice, I'm going to thank you once again for watching with me today. Please don't hesitate to write me at psychicplayroom@gmail.com. This is Carolyn Wilkins. I'm wishing you peace, light, and love.
thoughts are things with the energy to make life better for you and for me. Touch the light.